Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Sunday, October 24th, at 3:25 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 534 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. We hope it's not an adversary here on Earth, NASA leader suggests UFOs could be aliens. Bob Woodward finds 7 conspiratorial actions by Trump and Bannon. The story of Carol and Karen, 2 experimental Facebook accounts show how the company helped divide America. The CEO of a logistics startup took a boat tour of the port of Long Beach and found a lot of things wrong, including terminals simply overflowing with containers. You are the father, court confirms Bow Wow is the father of 1-year-old boy he denied. Meghan McCain says she suffered a miscarriage after disaster interview with Seth Meyers. Suspected poacher trampled to death by elephant in South Africa. Erdogan orders removal of 10 ambassadors, including U.S. envoy. Needle spiking of women in Britain stirs alarm over new kind of assault. Trump is hungry to go head-to-head against Biden for president and can only be stopped by a prison sentence, former advisor. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. U.S. West Coast braces for atmospheric river as huge storm brews, The Guardian. Boosie goes on wild homophobic rant against Lil Nas X after song claim, TMZ. Dodgers Max Scherzer scratched, Walker Buehler to start NLCS Game 6 vs Braves, The Athletic. Turkey to expel U.S. envoy and 9 others, Erdogan says, Reuters. Lincoln Riley heaps praise on freshman QB Caleb Williams for key 4th down play in Oklahoma Sooners win, ESPN. Penn State vs Illinois score, Illini upset number 7 Nittany Lions in first 9 OT game in FBS history, CBS Sports. Obama decries GOP's meanness while campaigning for McAuliffe, NBC News. Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker share a sweet victory kiss at NBA game, E! News. No blank slate jurors in county shaken by Ahmaud Arbery slaying, NBC News. FDA says Pfizer vaccine appears to work in young kids, virus infections in UK remain at unacceptable level, live COVID updates, USA Today. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Dems edge toward deal on major social safety net bill, Kamala Harris confident. Rep Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez asks Buffalo to elect badass India Walton as mayor. Wisconsin wolf hunt temporarily blocked by court. Tiger rescued from freezing backyard cage celebrates first birthday at sanctuary. What to watch for in a prescription drug deal. Full-time work is not enough for millions of Americans. We need to talk about it. Joyful spirit, Helena Hutchins remembered as gifted cinematographer. One more voting rights filibuster will soon cause a final showdown in the Senate. New Democrats break with their anti-welfare past and back Biden's agenda. Right-wingers want you to believe environmentalists did another January 6th. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Woman's death attributed to rare vax complication. Mom speaking out after son's cancer relapse. Filters offered after lead found in drinking water. Couple gets stuck with $800 energy bill. Woman helping others who age out of the system. Teacher creates unique experience for students. Student's journey to becoming the guy in green. Kidney transplant connects 2 men for life. Farming community harvests crop of late farmer who died mid-September. Man faces numerous child sex offenses charges. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. The pandemic, paired with natural disasters, drives a record number of illegal U.S. border crossings. After fires and droughts, California prepares for heavy rain. Erdogan threatens to expel 10 Western ambassadors. Gun mishaps occurred on Baldwin film before shooting, workers say. Nevada man is charged with voting using his dead wife's ballot. In India, Facebook struggles to combat misinformation and hate speech. Facebook papers show employees raised concerns about misinformation. How I became a sick person. Chalk Bond rant, Pacific Fisheries Henry Ford, dies at 79. She is breaking glass ceilings in space, but facing sexism on Earth. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Biden's upcoming meeting with Pope Francis comes amid rift with U.S. bishops. Helena Hutchins' husband honors his late wife after deadly shooting on Rust movie set. Washington and Lee University orders college Republicans to remove Glenn Youngkin campaign materials. Letter calling parents domestic terrorists has thrown gasoline on the fire, parent activist says. Youngkin demands resignations from Loudoun County School Board in wake of bombshell email. Turkey's president bans U.S. ambassador, 9 others as persona non grata. Obama stumps for Terry McAuliffe in razor-thin Virginia governor's race. Rust director Joel Souza injured in movie set shooting speaks out, I am gutted. D.C. police officers say they were told to have abortions to keep job. Summer camp strategies aimed at preventing COVID spread led to almost zero transmissions, CDC. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Sunday, October 24th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Princess Diana and Duke of Edinburgh's godson Philippus of Greece marries wife again in Athens. Former Obama spokesperson calls for Zuckerberg to resign as he promotes name change. Ex-MI6 spy and dirty dossier author Christopher Steele says Russia is at war with UK. Strictly, Tilly Ramsey wows with Foxtrot after slamming Steve Allen over the chubby remark. Crystal Palace fan group slam Newcastle Saudi-led owners with banner during Premier League draw. Why more scientists insist jabbing under 12s is best way to escape the return of COVID clampdowns. David Beckham turns a blind eye to racism, misogyny and homophobia in Qatar because of 10 deal. Dan Hodges, save the planet, Boris, by axing a farcical summit for the world's worst hypocrites. Millions to get third COVID vaccine as ministers rip up the booster jab booking system. Vaccines Minister Maggie Thorpe keeps a very low profile as fans sing her praises. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Oil giant Saudi Arabia pledges net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2060. Turkey's Erdogan declares 10 ambassadors persona non grata, escalating tensions with Western allies. Iran provincial governor slapped in a rare security breach. Behind the photo of the year, life without limbs for a Syrian father and his son. Rise in needle spiking puts women in Britain on high alert. How the U.S. terrorist list is getting in the way of peace in Colombia. Hurricane Rick gains force off Mexico's Pacific coast. Germany portrays itself as a climate leader, but it's still raising villages for coal mines. Uganda police say 1 killed, 7 injured in explosion at eatery. Pakistan using informal intelligence channels to prop up Taliban fight against ISIS. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. U.S. West Coast braces for atmospheric river as huge storm brews. Coronavirus live, Russia defends Sputnik V vaccine after Namibia halts rollout, Britain's weekly cases at highest since July. All Blacks demolish USA Eagles but rugby union's flag is flying in states. Crew on Baldwin film raised prop gun concerns before fatal shooting. Saudi Arabia sets target of net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2060. Phil Foden at the double as Manchester City sweep Brighton aside. Facebook missed weeks of warning signs over Capitol attack, documents suggest. New Iranian regional governor slapped in face at inauguration. Clasico rivals' hopes rest on rising stars now Ramos and Messi have gone sit low. Turkey threatens to eject 10 Western diplomats over support for activist. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Body of missing 5-year-old likely found buried in woods, authorities say. Watch, aerial footage shows lava flows from La Palma volcano. Watch, bison butt heads in Yellowstone National Park. 1 dead, 7 injured in shooting at off-campus party near Georgia University. No blanks laid jurors in county shaken by Arbery slaying. Prison chief, Mississippi preps for first execution since 2012. 575 inmates escape in latest Nigeria jailbreak. First big New Orleans parade since pandemic ago, crew of Boo. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Turkey moves to throw out U.S. envoy and 9 others. Record-breaking Ferris wheel opens in Dubai. Joel Souza, filmmaker wounded in Alec Baldwin gun incident, gutted at friend's death. Agnes Tirop, mourners pay respects to running star. Greta Thunberg, we need public pressure, not just summits. Alex Quinez, Ecuador sprinter shot dead. Matteo Salvini, right-wing Italy politician on trial for blocking migrant boat. Saudi Arabia commits to net zero emissions by 2060. China seeks to lift homework pressures on school children. Texas abortion law to stay in place until Supreme Court decision. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Deluge in a drought, millions of Californians warned of flash flooding risk on Sunday. The Day in Pictures. New York City all-glass attraction, Summit 1 Vanderbilt, encourages no-skirt policy. Dangerous to hunt illegally, elephant kills poacher in South Africa, park officials suspect. UK protest against extradition of Assange to US. A Chicago museum fired its volunteers, why diversity consultants say it was the right move. How domestic violence can have an intergenerational legacy. NJGov touts accomplishments ahead of election. Today in history for October 23rd. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Photos, 101 freeway closes as crews remove framework around 6th Street Bridge. Power mostly restored after outages affect thousands in Orange County. LA gets a bit of rain, with more on the way. Boyle Heights sewer line breaks, causes sinkhole. State lawmaker calls for ban on live ammunition and real guns on California movie sets. A graffiti tagger as a teen, he now designs for Fendi and Mercedes-Benz. Column, what In and Out vaccine standoff reveals about the California dream. In a bid to stop overdose deaths, California could allow drug use at supervised sites. USC students protest Toxic Creek life after fraternity suspended for alleged drugging, sexual assault. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Sunday, October 24th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More from other news sources is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. EU scientists reveal long-term brain damage caused by COVID. More than 130 countries agree on 15% global minimum corporate tax. Ice loss, toxic algae blooms, Canadian study looks at Northern Hemisphere's warming lakes. 40 shipping containers have fallen into the ocean after ship hits rough water off BC coast. Global News. Gay Afghan burnt by Taliban says international LGBT community has forgot about us. Turkey moves to throw out US and 9 other envoys. Austrian government proposes law to legalize assisted suicide. Canadian students told not to speak during lunch because they could spread COVID-19. Moscow put a former prison inmate seeking asylum in France on a wanted list after he leaked harrowing videos of alleged rape and torture inside a Russian prison. A published notice says Sergei Savelyev, a Belarus national, is wanted in connection with an unspecified criminal case. Turkey's Erdogan orders 10 ambassadors, USA, Canada, France, Germany, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Netherlands, New Zealand and Finland, declared persona non grata for calling for the release of anti-Erdogan philanthropist Kavala. Russia is censoring the internet, with coercion and black boxes. Taiwan's TSMC will hand over data to U.S. government by November 8. U.S. nearing a formal agreement to use Pakistan's airspace to carry out military operations in Afghanistan. Salvini, a leader of the far-right League Party who is known for an Italian's first policy, is charged with kidnapping and abuse of office for using his position as Interior Minister to detain the 147 migrants at sea in August 2019. The next headlines are from Forbes. You have 1 week to watch these 52 movies before they disappear from Netflix. Here's why some in Maryland want to secede and join West Virginia. Dune Review, a space opera masterpiece with one big problem. An Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne biopic is in the works. Turkey's Erdogan expelling 10 ambassadors, including U.S. official. The release of Washington kicker Dustin Hopkins highlights Ron Rivera's conservative play calling. Lucas Amanek is minor blip on San Antonio Spurs' recent draft track record. Friday box office, Halloween Kills plunges 80% as No Time to Die tops $500 million, Venom 2 Feet tops $300 Saudi Arabia earns praise for vowing net zero carbon emissions, but pledge comes with caveats. Friday box office, Dune nabs spicy $17.50. Emma's French Dispatch impresses with $555K. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,739,991,975 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Rust tragedy shakes armors and prop masters, it's my job to make sure nobody gets hurt. Phoebe Bridgers and Matty Healy team up for first live duet of the 1975's Jesus Christ 2005 God Bless America, watch. Candlelight vigils to be held in memory of Rust cinematographer Helena Hutchins. Larry David says working on Curb Your Enthusiasm is way more cathartic than seeing a therapist. Helena Hutchins, cinematographer who died in on-set accident, remembered by husband, Helena inspired us all. Rust tragedy reflects troubling trends on movie and TV sets, we did this to ourselves. Box office, Dune voyaging to a $33 million plus his opening weekend. Building the quirky sets for Wes Anderson's The French Dispatch. Selma Blair on Living with Ms., loving Cruel Intentions and the Me Too movement, it just set me free. Costume designer Sandy Powell's always on the hunt for good designs. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. The tongue-eating louse does exactly what its name suggests. 20 years ago, the iPod was born. Scientists used a tiny brain implant to help a blind teacher see letters again. Houston Astros head to World Series, just a few years after their cheating scandal. Israel designates 6 Palestinian human rights groups as terrorist organizations. Turkey's Erdogan orders the removal of 10 ambassadors, including U.S. envoy. 11 days after killing Moroccan man, a Texan is arrested on a murder warrant. FDA says the Pfizer COVID vaccine looks effective for young kids. Saudi Arabia pledges net zero greenhouse gas emissions by 2060. Despite higher COVID risk, most pregnant Americans remain unvaccinated. The following headlines are from The Week. This Bronx boy is doing his part to help sheltered dogs get adopted. Howard University students protest unlivable housing conditions by sleeping in tents. The world's tallest single-track roller coaster is coming to Southern California. Helena Hutchins' husband says she inspired us all with her passion and vision. Erdogan orders removal of 10 ambassadors from Turkey, including U.S. envoy. U.S. military says drone strike killed al-Qaeda leader in Syria. Walmart recalls aromatherapy room spray over deadly bacteria concerns. Lev Parnas, a former Giuliani ally, convicted on campaign finance charges. Could the housing frenzy reverse? 5 riotously funny cartoons about Steve Bannon's contempt of Congress charge. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Primordial gravitational waves continue to elude astronomers. These are the news headlines for today, Sunday, October 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Grus the Crane, home to the Bright One. The next news is from Politico. Global tax deal risks having U.S. half in, half out. Turkey calls 10 Western ambassadors persona non grata over civil rights criticism. We don't have time to be tired. Obama tries to jolt Virginia Dems at McAuliffe rally. Report, U.S. nears formal agreement to use Pakistan's airspace. U.S. military says it killed al-Qaeda leader in drone strike. My God, what an idiot. J.D. Vance gets whacked for past Trump comments. Opinion Ivanka Lynn Powell ignored the Powell Doctrine. Now, America is starting to listen. California's legal weed industry cannot compete with illicit market. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Australia COVID hive, COVID-19 cases grow in Victoria and NSW as cities enjoy easing of restrictions. Victoria records 1935 new cases, 11 deaths. NSW records 296 new cases, 4 deaths as police crack down on crime after easing of restrictions. Dodgy Association may sink Australian Swimming League. Lunar flare not in Melbourne Cup picture, but $1 million win sued trainer. A woman offered a bribe to fake her vaccination, then the unexpected happened. What does a tween want? Swimwear that's not skimpy. Dixie D'Amelio, a TikTok superstar, tries to seg to a music career. To see or not to see, what is the greatest Shakespeare film ever made? Art galleries will reopen soon, but will they ever be the same? The next headlines are from MarketWatch. This is where rents are rising the most. Hint, it's not New York or San Francisco. As Democrats' tax proposals evolve, the outlook for the super-rich is improving. Biden revises proposal to have IRS monitor bank accounts more closely. Here's how it would work. Unvaccinated, here's why you could be paying more for healthcare costs soon. Outside the box, most taxpayers would be less likely to be audited under Biden's new IRS enforcement proposal. The moneyest, my wife of 3 years refuses to pay half the mortgage. She makes me transfer money to her account for expensive gifts. What can I do? Outside the box, the simple way to ease the labor shortage is to raise limits on legal immigration. Newswatch, big tech stocks are the market superstars, but rising rates could bring them down. Encore, what resources do 65-year-olds have to cover long-term care in retirement? Paul Brandeis, drought is among the biggest dangers to the U.S. New water technology is making its way across the country. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Vintage views, ingenuous thoughts from Concord Monitor. Saturday Morning Extra, younger looking skin during National Women's Small Business Month, WLS-TV. How technology is reshaping the IP management industry, IPWatchdog.com. The next headlines are from Quartz. Amazon now delivers more U.S. packages than FedEx. A famous type foundry sale to a payback giant has rattled the font industry. What every NBA jersey sponsor says about its team. The case for regulating breast milk companies. Beijing's bid to fix capitalism. The following headlines are from TechDirt. This week in TechDirt history, October 17, 23rd. A drug dog's nose poking through the open window of a car is unconstitutional, says Idaho's top court. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. UCLA football. Northwestern versus Michigan. Max Scherzer. Penn State football. Arizona football. Oklahoma football. Wake Forest football. Devin Booker. Amanda Knox. Chelsea. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Watch, man slaps provincial governor during inauguration in Iran. WAPO mocked for claiming Biden suffering through vulgar taunts on another level from other politicians. GTA fans notice Confederate flag removed in remastered version, say developers have become the thing they mocked for so long. Watch, Russian MMA icon Fedor Emelianenko claims sensational KO win over U.S. rival Johnson at Bellator homecoming in Moscow, video. Sick puppies, Fauci under fire from lawmakers after reports of U.S. taxpayer money spent on cruel drug experiments on dogs. Heavily armed gunmen attack Nigerian prison, free hundreds of detainees, most still on the run. Russian freak show fight queen Mazdayuk, who previously defeated 530-pound man, beaten as she makes Bellator debut in Moscow. Migrant caravan breaks through Mexican police as Biden blasted for claiming he hasn't had time to visit border, video. Cultural appreciation, Newcastle Safe fans can wear Arab-style garb in U-turn on tributes to Saudi owners. Helena inspired us all, husband of cinematographer shot dead by Alec Baldwin shares tribute to wife after tragedy. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Juror in Elizabeth Holmes trial dismissed for playing Sudoku during testimony. State Department privately admits nearly 400 Americans still stuck in Afghanistan. India deploys advanced anti-aircraft guns in high-altitude border standoff with China. With a record 79 container ships waiting off the SoCal coast, a scary supply chain solution emerges. Chinese and Russian warships still circling Japan as counterweight to U.S. destabilization in region. CDC director admits we may need to update our definition of fully vaccinated. Fauci-funded cruel puppy experiments where sandflies eat them alive, vocal cord severed. Von Greyers, shortages and hyperinflation lead to total misery. Biden suffers worst approval ratings plunge of any president since World War II. The epitome of financial repression in 2 charts. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Hungary's Orban accuses U.S. of meddling in 2022 election. Are the EU and Belarus playing politics with refugees? India's Amit Shah visits Kashmir amid rising violence. Afghan National Music Institute strikes a chord in Qatar. Palestinian goes designated terrorists call for support. Muqtada al-Sadr, Iraq's kingmaker in uncertain times. Turkey's Erdogan orders expulsion of 10 Western ambassadors. Top oil exporter Saudi Arabia vows zero carbon emissions by 2060. More clashes as ban-TLP continues protest in Pakistan. The Beirut blast probe, a tale of distrust and disinformation. The next headlines are from Breitbart. President Biden delays release of JFK assassination records, blaming pandemic. Washington and Liu ban students from passing out flyers in support of Glenn Youngkin. Poll, Joe Biden's approval rating sees largest drop of any president since 1953. CDC links foreign infection reported in U.S. to aromatherapy fragrance. Florida reporting fewer coronavirus cases per capita than blue states. Brian Laundrie autopsy deemed inconclusive, anthropologist will determine cause of death. Poll, Biden's approval rating has plummeted by double digits since May. Top Gulf cartel enforcer killed in major shootout in Mexican border city. Josh Hawley demands AG Garland's resignation over intimidating parents with FBI without legal basis. Ron DeSantis announces Florida's job growth rate is 3x the national rate. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Don't rake those leaves, good for your yard, and good for the planet. This week's inspiring horoscopes from Rob Bresney's Free Will Astrology. A lost sunken city of gold and jewels found in the mud of Indonesian river. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Sunday, October 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Real-life witches on the misconceptions they face and using magic as a form of self-care. It was a way for me to cope. Trump calls Meghan McCain a bully and basically a lowlife. 7-foot harem statue stares down Wall Street's charging bull, which is now covered in bananas. Heartbreaking theft, $200K of equipment stolen from LCHS band at ABQ competition. Nightmare on Elm Street house listed for $3.5 million. Mac the big snapping turtle dies at Florida's Sunken Gardens. Record 2-ton sunfish found off the coast of Ceuta. I was terrified, the vet sterilizing Pablo Escobar's cocaine hippos. Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, West Mifflin area to repair marquee. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. 9 time-saving tricks for your command line. Think you've got what it takes to build your own mechanical wristwatch? Rotate makes it possible. While everyone obsessed over the iPod, I stand the Zune. Banning anonymous social media accounts won't stop hate speech. How the original iPod got me through the war. It's iPod's 20th birthday and people have a lot of feelings. 20 years later, the iPod is still my favorite gadget. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Stretchy, bendy, flexible LEDs. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Sunday, October 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. Levi Thatcher, Utah's urge to build more highways only makes life here worse. Zaire Wade officially drafted by Salt Lake City Stars, too much Wade family rejoicing. Will you need a vaccination card while skiing in Utah? Here are the COVID rules this season. Mountain Crest barely avoids another round of PKs, wins 4A girls soccer title over Crimson Cliffs. Bluffdale investigates mayoral candidate for complaints from when he was fire chief. Utah Jazz shred Kings small ball scheme on both sides late in Friday's win. USU escapes with a win after Colorado State's clock management fiasco. 13-year-old missing after boat capsizes in central Utah's Fish Lake. Salt Lake City police arrest person allegedly in possession of a firearm at City Creek Center. FDA and CDC have approved booster shots for most Americans. Should you get one? Which should you get? The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. Egyptian security forces detain humanoid robot, suspecting espionage. $28 billion startup says companies were refusing their free open source code is not enterprise ready. Astronomers find nascent exploding star, Rosetta Stone of all supernovas. Can Windows 11 run on a 2006-era Pentium 4 chip? System-free Debian 4.0 Chimera officially released. Visual Studio for browsers, Microsoft unveils Xcode for the web. Amiga OS is still getting updates and upgrades. Facebook accused of tolerating dangerous and criminal behavior to preserve profitability. Facebook fined record and pound, 50 MBY UK competition watchdog. Sinclair workers say TV channels are in pandemonium after ransomware attack. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. 76-year-old St. Louis man with dementia reported missing. St. Louis among rattiest cities in the U.S., according to National Pest Control Company. Over 100 blind hockey players come to St. Louis for Blues Club Classic. Unsettled weekend weather with severe storms possible Sunday. Missouri troopers pulled over a van in 1985, one of them did not survive. Annual walk to end Alzheimer's to raise awareness and funds for research. FDA says Pfizer COVID vaccine looks effective for young kids. The community deserves a basketball court. Organization plans to bring fresh paint to North St. Louis City. You paid for it. Mother of 6 with bug infestation now moving into new home. High school students interrupt road rage dispute between men in their 70s. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Protesters rally against vaccine mandate for local cops, firefighters. Hit and run driver in Pacific Beach leaves woman hospitalized. News Now, searchers back on trail days after arrest of Maya Milit's husband. Maya Milit's loved one's praying husband Larry will have change of heart. Pedestrian killed in Linda Vista hit and run crash with SUV. Now I'm a little scared, residents voice safety concerns after deadly high-rise shooting. Police identify woman found fatally shot near South Bay Park. Police chase ends on freeway in East County, blocks traffic on I-8. Scripps Ranch student, parents, file suit against San Diego Unified over vaccine mandate. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Turkey takes a big step to beginning production of Altai tank. Video emerges of Chinese J-10 fighter jet crashing into river. Turkey's assaults to arm Ukrainian armored vehicles. Ukrainian forces get new batch of Javelin missiles. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Sunday, October 24th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Highway 17 summit reopens after police activity shutdown. San Francisco city officials providing free sandbags as storm approaches. Russian River rubber dam to be deflated due to expected storm. As storm approaches, what are debris flows and how can residents cope? Storm watch, evacuations expected in high-risk areas in Santa Cruz County. Raiders look for second straight post-Gruden win versus Eagles. Atmospheric river, weather advisories issued across Bay Area ahead of stormy weekend. Woman holding toddler killed after being struck by tractor trailer. After Russ shooting, a look back at other fatal on-set accidents. Earthquake strikes near Hercules. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. NIMS, Valparaiso break away from Dayton in second half, 45-28. Jefferson with career-high 4 TD passes in Arkansas 45-3 romp. After California wildfire, thousands of trees to be removed. 9 is enough. Illinois stuns number 7 Penn State in NCAA's first 9 OT game. Facts matter. FBI was not directed to spy on school parents. Grammar Moses, of double letters and double meanings. Wisconsin man charged with interfering in DUI investigation, then attacking officers in jail. Another Blackhawks headache, Kane, Carpenter, Gustafsson placed in COVID protocol. 3 dogs dead, 2 rescued in Via Park area house fire. So, who can get which booster shots now? Here's a quick guide. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Mets, Eskimos, Ironmen, totems, Seattle's hockey history is richer than you think. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Orange alert for Tropical Cyclone Rit 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour, wind speeds or higher is 0.249 million. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Peru, Paraguay. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Etna in Italy. Drought is ongoing in China, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Cameroon, Nigeria. Drought is ongoing in Angola. Drought is ongoing in Armenia, Azerbaijan, Iran. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Sunday, October 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Texas rose to number 1 on wild list of states with biggest risk of being killed by an animal. Rust assistant director told Alec Baldwin gun was safe before movie set shooting, documents. We don't negotiate with terrorists, Muslim student says he's shocked by NJ teacher's remarks. Rain chances increase this afternoon. Body believed to be missing 5-year-old boy from NH found buried in Boston area woods. Wright brothers, wrong design, Ohio messes up illustration on new license plate. CDC links new salmonella outbreak to salami sticks sold at Trader Joe's. Timeline, Alec Baldwin's prop gun misfire joins list of fatal movie set accidents. E. Harris Company purse snatching suspect denied bond as court reveals he may have followed victim. Brian Laundrie's skeletal remains given to forensic anthropologists to determine cause of death. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Steve Flesh takes lead in Dominion Energy Charity Classic. UK says time running out for solution in Brexit trade talks. Illinois stuns number 7 Penn State 20-18 in NCAA's first 9 OT game. Packers place rookie center Josh Myers on injured reserve. Obama sharply criticizes Youngkin in fall governor's race. Rangers score 3 in final 6 minutes, rally past Sens 3-2. Lindholm's second hat-trick lifts Flames past Caps 4-3 in OT. Number 16 Wake Forest beats Army 70-56 behind Hartman. Schrader's 5 TDs lead Syracuse past Virginia Tech 41-36. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Extra extra, these are the zodiac signs more likely to yield serial killers. Early voting kicks off in NYC with voters trickling into polls to choose next mayor. Arrest made in fatal stabbing of delivery worker robbed of a bike. Alamo Drafthouse, the godfather of near-end movie theaters, finally opens in Manhattan. Judicial inquiry into Eric Garner's death to begin Monday. Early voting starts in NYC. Here's what you need to know. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. From the field, Costa Rica points the way to a sustainable world. No safe harbor, lifting the lid on a misunderstood trafficking crime. For girls, the biggest danger of sexual violence lurks at home. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Sweden suspends Moderna shot indefinitely after vaxxed patients develop crippling heart condition. Biden delays release of secret JFK assassination files. U.S. Smart Cities Consortiums form partnership. Key challenges include public perceptions around privacy. The cancel culture takes a big L. Why authoritarianism must prevail. DHS pays over $455K to build security fencing around Biden's beach home. CDC Director, U.S. may change definition of fully vaccinated as boosters roll out. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. AMC to provide open captions at some theaters. Were the cops called on a Dallas man's gory Halloween display? Stingy Jack and the origins of the jack-o'-lantern. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Inexperienced armorer, tight budget, walk-offs, trouble was brewing on Baldwin film. Take up to 30% off Calphalon's top-rated kitchen gadgets today only. This woman's kindness saved a boy from Nazi murderers. Thanks to this Biden whisperer, the world knows America's back. A triple-star system is either hiding a planet, or defying the laws of physics. Marvel's Eternal spoiler gate proves how insane spoiler culture has become. Alarm over Queen Elizabeth's health reveals a harsh royal truth. She picked up her husband from jail and was never seen again. Billionaire's henchman goes scorched earth in small-town mayoral race. Every day, Biden smells like more of a loser. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Illinois upsets Penn State in first 9 overtime game in NCAA history. Dogs parade in their Halloween best for NYC costume contest. Bob Watson tribute shows why Dusty Baker can make Astros worth rooting for. Socialist City Council candidate Tiffany Cabin selling defund the NYPD merch. Plane crashes after overshooting Hampton's runway in emergency landing. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Wolves make a return to Yellowstone National Park. Children ages 5 to 11 close to gaining access to COVID vaccine. New infant planet discovered by researchers in Hawaii. La Palma volcano eruption brings threats of volcanic ash, acid rain. CDC, more Americans getting COVID booster shot than those who remain unvaccinated. The next phase, latest on COVID boosters and more. Lava from volcano on La Palma continues to scorch neighborhoods. Pfizer COVID vaccine is more than 90% effective in kids ages 5-11. Pfizer says its COVID vaccine is 90.7% effective in kids 5-11. Powerful weekend storms headed for West Coast. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Olympic sprinter Alex Quinlez, 32, fatally shot in Ecuador. Husband of cinematographer killed on Rust shares sweet family photos, "We miss you, Helena." 2 college lacrosse players killed, 1 teammate injured in Connecticut collision. 3rd juror dismissed in Elizabeth Holmes fraud trial for playing Sudoku during testimony. Biden to meet Pope Francis amid some rifts with U.S. bishops. Missing Milwaukee 3-year-old Major Harris found dead a week after mother's murder. Prince Charles warns of dangerously narrow window of opportunity to tackle global warming. New Yorkers to decide fate of 5 ballot proposals that will amend state constitution. Poacher likely killed by elephant in South Africa then left behind by his accomplices, park officials. Between ghosts, ghouls, doorbells, open flames and chocolates, Halloween can be a horror show for dogs. The following headlines are from military.com. U.S. military says it killed Al-Qaeda leader in drone strike. Korea slams U.S. for supporting Taiwan in nod to ally China. Secrecy shrouds Afghan refugees sent by U.S. to base in Kosovo. Congress faces decision on military justice overhaul. The following headlines are from phys.org. Climate change disrupting natural cycles at drier Lake Tahoe. U.S. targeting February 2022 to launch new lunar program Artemis. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Sunday, October 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Beavers chipping on landscape engineering. Yes, people are now trading and investing in water as a commodity. The best CBD gummies in the UK. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. 2 interceptions lead Indiana State to upset of Coyotes. Tennessee Tech overwhelms Virginia Lynchburg 56-13. Radka kicks 5 FGs, James Madison top Delaware 22-10. Sounders slammed in physical match, lose 2-1 to Sporting KC. Villarreal loses to Athletic, continues to struggle in Spain. Gibbs' victory at Kansas leaves Finity title wide open. Oklahoma lawmaker criticized for Asian American comment. All Blacks score 16 tries to beat United States 104-14. The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Bay Area storm on track to bring significant rain, possible mudslide Sunday. Obama attacks GOP candidates' phony culture wars in Virginia. After slamming COVID-19 rules, trip to sing anthem at NLCS. 49ers running back Jamichael Hasty cleared to face Colts, QB Nate Sudfeld summoned. Santa Cruz County issues evacuation information ahead of storm. Film crew voiced complaints before fatal on-set shooting. Trump's tech SPAC could make him billions with meme stock frenzy. Police in Southern California shoot man in stolen SUV he drove at them, authorities say. Bay Area TV sports, what to watch on Sunday Monday. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. 3 D.C. churches, including district's oldest black congregation, receiving preservation grants. Erdogan orders removal of 10 ambassadors, including U.S. envoy. Obama paints Youngkin as out-of-touch elite, doubts relatability with voters. Rep Jim Banks suspended from Twitter for calling Rachel Levine a man. Palestinian rights group see muzzle in Israel's terror tag. Judge rules for Tennessee school district's mask mandate. Fed seized $12 million, allege it's part of money laundering scheme. Arlington police officer fired after fatal shooting of man. NSBA apologizes for letter linking rowdy school board meetings to domestic terrorism. Barbra Streisand funds UCLA Academic Center to study climate, truth, intimacy and art. The next headlines are from The Intercept. As Senator Joe Manchin's star rose in West Virginia, the FBI and IRS probed his closest allies. Ro Khanna on reconciliation. ICE review of immigrant suicide finds falsified documents, neglect, and improper confinement. Palestinian rights groups that document Israeli abuses label terrorists by Israel. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Sunday, October 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Morgan Park hands Amundsen its first loss. CPD hosts carve with a cop event on West Side. Northern Illinois rallies in final minute to beat Central Michigan. Northwestern no match for number 6 Michigan. Illinois stuns number 7 Penn State in NCAA's first 9 OT game. This you gotta see, Astros Dusty Baker goes for his first World Series title as a manager. Bears OLB Robert Quinn out versus Buccaneers as he remains on reserve COVID list. Film crew voiced complaints before fatal Baldwin movie set shooting. Man fatally shot in Englewood. Teen boy shot in Park Manor. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Need to standardize pandemic best practices, PM2 vaccine cause. Fresh rain alert sparks fear in Uttarakhand. NCB officials charge of spying untrue, Mumbai cops. Indo-Bangla ties deeper than any strategic alliance, Shringla. SID arrests 3 more in Lakhimpur carry violence case. Soon, unborn child can be insured for birth defects. Rising cases in Bengal, Assam, hint at post-festive COVID spike. Plan to split Pakistan began in 1965, senior Navy officer. Good judicial infra has always been an afterthought, CJI. Join fight against terror, Amit Shah urges J&K youth. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Sunday, October 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Review, Carmen at Houston Grand Opera. 4 thoughts on the Astros win to send them to the World Series. The next headlines are about world records making news. David Webb sets 2 world records. Powerlifter was on a mission, the Madison record, themedicinerecord.com. University of Central Missouri attempts to achieve the Guinness World Records title for the largest ridden parade of mules, ABC17news.com. FINA World Cup Doha, Emma McKeon, Diacito each win 2 events on day 3, Swimming World Magazine. Antrim Coast Half Marathon, Yehullah's world record not ratified because course was 54 meters short, BBC News. Water skier set sights on breaking world records in Polk County, Fox 13 Tampa Bay. Ashton Lambie adds track world's individual pursuit goal to his 4 kilometers world record, cyclingnews.com. 24-year-old Turkey native Rumi Sigcelci holds Guinness World Record for tallest living woman, Inside Edition. Japan pulls out of 2021 Short Course World Championships, SwimSwam. Heidi store in Nebraska sets world record for largest ice cream sandwich, Kiro Seattle. Nigerian football star Chinonso S shatters 3 more world records, Guinness World Records. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Young Justice's future is up to its fans, again. Spider-Man, No Way Home is the new Avengers, Endgame, according to its director. How Eternals helped Brian Tyree Henry get his mojo back. Charlie Cox thinks it's fine if he's not Daredevil again. You can now buy Bitcoin at some Walmart stores across the U.S. The King's Man does a roll call of some men and a woman. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Yampi Sound in Australia at 112.28 degrees Fahrenheit or 44.6 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 70.78 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.1 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. 300-year-old tree rings confirm recent uptick in hurricane-driven rainfall. Microplastics may be cooling and heating Earth's climate. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Watch, Marjorie Taylor Greene rants to CNN reporter about traitor Liz Cheney and self-absorbed jerks in Congress. A sucker's bet, Forbes says Trump's Truth Social platform has big hill to climb. GOP lawmaker refers to Asians as yellow and says black families were better off in 1960. Nothing would prevent Trump from using his Truth Social network as he pleases if he's re-elected, WSJ. With a law and order party like this, who needs crooks? GOP slammed by Heartland paper for ignoring Bannon's criminality. Embattled warrior training for Christians cancelled for lack of interest in Missouri. Pro-Trump Utah event flops after only 1,000 show up with promoters expecting 10,000, report. Joe Manchin's rise was accompanied by years of federal investigations into his associates, report. How the richest 1% tricks you into thinking climate change is your fault. Smug Florida Surgeon General booted from at-risk state senator's office for refusal to put on a mask, report. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Is Kyrsten Sinema ready to listen to Elizabeth Warren? Biden delays the release of JFK assassination records. Rachel Levine is a trailblazer, her transphobic attackers are certainly not. Unaccountable and unaccessible, Sinema's Green supporters feel jilted. Wage theft at restaurants is getting worse. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Virtual reality headset treatment for children with lazy eye syndrome approved in the U.S., market research telecast. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Sunday, October 24, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Retired Air Force officers call for congressional hearings on UFOs. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Sunday, October 24, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News i8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News i8. All rights reserved.